Good morning, everybody. Thought this would be a video of welcome to the off season, but I lied the other night. We're not done with harvest. In my rush to get done with harvest, I forgot about something else that we had. And when I got up Sunday morning, and looked out my kitchen window, I saw it. We still got corn maze for the zombie trail paintball to harvest, and there's another small field on the other side of the trees that goes along with the zombie paintball trail. So total we got like 7 acres of corn we got to shell this morning. We got about a 1/4 inch of rain Sunday morning, so we still had some beans to cut. It'd definitely be too wet to cut beans, but for the corn, it shouldn't be a problem. But here's the kicker: we don't have a corn head. Remember, it was damaged in the accident. There's a neighbor about 45 minutes down the road that's on 38-inch rows, and I could go borrow his header, but to drive all the way back there and back just for 7 acres of corn to use a header, really don't want to do that. So I'm gonna try something never tried before. I'm gonna try and use my draper header to cut the corn. Never actually done this before. I've heard of it being done. Everybody says it's definitely not an ideal situation, but in a pinch like this, hopefully it'll work okay. Thought she was going to stay here under the shed until we got ready for it on the wash pad, but got to pull it out one last time. All right, getting in here for one last time this year. All right, we got another problem. Combine won't start, won't even turn over. I've got power in the cab. I mean, everything lights up, but so I know the batteries aren't dead, but the combine won't start. Freaking fantastic. You know, the last time this happened, this 24-volt solenoid was a reason why it wouldn't start, but we just replaced this like 2 years ago. No, it's not cheap either. I don't know if that's a problem or not, but it's probably the most likely place we need to check. I swear there's got to be a breaking point somewhere on these input prices between chemicals, fertilizer, seed, the cost of equipment, and then the dang repair parts. And that just ain't right. I mean, it's a solenoid or relay. I mean, $623. I don't know how these parts companies sleep at night. And it's not the dealership. The dealership's got a little bit of a markup on it. It's all Case IH or John Deere or New Holland or Kloss. It's all the manufacturers. Well, the saga continues. Replace that 24-volt solenoid, and combine still didn't crank. Checked everything else. I mean, it looks like I'm getting voltage where I'm supposed to, but this thing's got such a complicated starting circuit on it. Like I said, it goes from a 12-volt batteries to a 24-volt starting circuit. And even if I had a schematic, which I don't, I'm just really not sure of the exact flow of electricity. So guess it's time to call a service tech, see if they can get out here. I could just start replacing parts, but then you get expensive real quick, and don't ever know if you got it fixed or not until it starts or what the actual problem was. So guess I'm gonna turn it over to the experts and see if they can figure it out. Oh, there it is. The mechanic came out and found a broke terminal. It still looked intact, it felt intact, but the wires were broke on it, on that starting solenoid. So we was able to take the solenoid off and send it back, save us that $630. It's gonna cost us a couple $100 service call. So anyway, we got a couple daylight hours left. Let's try to go ahead and get this corn out. The other night I started hearing a pretty bad racket when it was running empty. Of course, I was just gonna get done. I really didn't care what was tore up. It was still feeding in, but come to find out, there's a block of steel that goes back over in here, and it supports this front drum. It's how we adjust the drum height. And anyway, I guess the bolt worked loose and fed it through the combine, and now the feeder chain is hitting on the floor. So we definitely don't want that. So we're going to fix that. In fact, I think that block coming off is what broke the chopper knives late that night whenever it got ejected from the rear. All right, we're just going to take it over here and rob this block for the feeder house drum off of this other one. Just going to borrow it real quick. Let's get the corn done, then we'll take it back off and put it on. Don't want that feed or a house chain beating on the floor any more than it already has.
So we finished beans Sunday morning at 4 a.m. We brought the combine home and the header, and then this morning we went and got the truck and the grain buggy. And then Matt was like, well, I'm gonna cut the corn maze over the zombie paintball trail. And I'm like, we don't have a corn header. He goes, and I'm gonna use a draper header. Okay. I'm pretty much used to Matt saying he's gonna do interesting and weird things. So nothing surprises me anymore. Honestly, it doesn't. This is our life. We may not do it conventionally, but we're definitely gonna make it interesting.
Well, this ought to be interesting. As you can tell, we got some really tall corn. It's as tall as the combine cab, so it's every bit of 13 feet tall.
Carter just got home from school and he's now playing with the dog. You can tell he got home from school because he's still wearing his mask. This has probably been the tallest corn maze we have ever grown, like ever. It's unbelievably tall. Especially walking through it. Just look at this. This is crazy. It's not as tall as it is on the other field, but you can see where everybody was walking through. Looks like it's doing well so far. We did have some raccoon damage through this field. I guess it's working. Well, at least we can get more than 6 rows at once, right? It's always kind of a sad day when you have to cut the corn maze. Look at how tall. Look at this. It's crazy. Some really good wheat. Or wheat. Yeah, you can tell it's the end of the year because I don't know what crop is what anymore. Can I get some sleep, please? I really need some sleep. About a week off. In Cabo. With some mixed drinks. We could have waited for the corn head that we put an offer on, but we're just really wanting to get this combine cleaned up and put underneath the shed and make a list of some of the things that have gone wrong since we got it back so that we can fix it this winter, so we can enjoy time actually at home instead of messing around with equipment. He's just got this weird smile on his face. I guess it's working. Hey, you missed him. You missed some. You know, 2020 has been a different kind of year just because of what's going on in the world and the fact that our normal life has been flopped upside down, especially with our youngest child. Our older two have kind of adopted to it, but Carter's had a really hard time. But we are blessed with the lifestyle that we have. That way our child is with us a lot more and we don't have to worry like the rest of the parents. Where's Carter gonna go? You know, how are we gonna teach him? We've also been extremely lucky that my parents moved here. My mom is a retired teacher and she's helped out a lot. But this year has been an absolute testament to faith, and any shred of sanity I have left is now gone. And I can't even think straight anymore.
Well, how do you like my new invention? A multi-directional corn header. No need to follow the rows anymore. Cut any direction you want to. In reality, it's working a lot better than I thought it would. I thought maybe the stalks would be too big and tough for the sickle section, but it's doing a pretty dang good job. Like I said before, this is corn that was planted strictly for the corn maze at the Zombie Trail paintball. My profit doesn't come from the yield. My profit comes from the admission ticket to go through the corn maze. It's an additional $3 ticket when you buy a Zombie Trail paintball ticket. It's been a big hit. We had Zombie Trail paintball this year, open every Friday, Saturday, Sunday night in October, along with a couple other nights. Was a huge success this year. I think we brought in like 7,000 people or so, somewhere abouts. And out of that 7,000 people, about 1,000 people actually went through the corn maze. So it's a very challenging corn maze, something I like doing, but the big challenging part of it is you do it at night, because Zombie Trail paintball is only running at night. We got a few overhead lights shining across it, but basically you have to use flashlights and just find your way through. It's not very large. It's about 4 acres total in 2 separate fields, but it serves as the exit. If you so desire, it serves as the exit from the Zombie Trail paintball back to the parking lot. Anyway, this corn is averaging, typically it averages about 100 bushels an acre. Like I said, I don't grow it for yield. I don't manage it for yield. I manage it for standability and height. So for that reason, got to pull up some. So for that reason, it's planted extremely late in the year. I think I planted this year in June 3rd, whereas normally our corn planted for grain is typically planted around mid-April. I planted that late so it'll stay green as long as possible, and it'll withstand. Make sure it's got good strong stalks all through October, and it'll withstand the abuse for any fall storms, and also the abuse of all the customers coming through it. The variety we planted is Pioneer 2089. It's a 120-day corn, so it's the longest season corn you can get. It's also an extremely tall growing variety. This corn, in some spots where it didn't get too dry, is 13, 14 feet tall. So you can imagine trying to walk through it at night, find your way. It can be quite the challenge.
Well, looks like it's doing pretty good.
As you can tell, we got some really tall corn. It's as tall as the combine cab, so it's every bit of 13 feet tall.
Now it looks like we're gonna move to the other field. He's got some corn stalks stuck on there. All right, one more field and then we're officially done with harvest.
There's the target range for the Zombie Trail paintball, what people can do while they're waiting in line. And here's the loading area and where the line is. And right here across from where we get off the trailer's got the entrance to the corn maze. And there's where the Zombie Trail starts off of. If you're more curious about it, I made a promo video for it back in October. I think it's about a minute and a half long. So look it up if you want to see more about it. This is where the Zombie Trail ends. We come out of the cornfield down this way. Just barely big enough to get my combine through. Of course, we designed it tight just to give people a little bit better experience when they're coming through here. It does make it a little difficult to get equipment through though. What it is customers ride on 12-foot trailers we tow behind tractors, and got 12 customers per 12 customers per trailer, and we've got a paintball gun mounted for each person, and all the lights are strictly black light. We do it at night, and we have glow-in-the-dark paintballs. And here's one of the scenes right here. It's actually the last scene, and we paint the scenes up with glow-in-the-dark paint, so they really pop under the black lights. And you can see the paintballs, because they're glow-in-the-dark, or they glow under the black light. You can actually see them travel to your target. Here's the graveyard scene right here. It looks a lot better at night under the black lights. A lot cooler than what it does right here. That's one of my favorite scenes right there. And then here we go. Here's the open area of the zombie trail. We go around the edge of this cornfield. We have, of course, we have live zombies out there in the cornfield too. So this is the last little bit of corn we got to do.
Things every grain buggy, grain cart driver says during harvest. Where did the combine go? He's gonna put the auger out. He's gonna put the auger out. And he put the auger out. Seriously, where did the combine go? Does he really expect me to move over there? There's nowhere to go. Ditch or field? Make a decision. Okay, we'll just follow you around the field then. That's cool. That's awesome. And then he's gonna yell at me, why are you following me around the field? Well, I don't know, because I can't decide what the heck you're supposed to do. I can't read minds, man. If that truck driver yells at me one more time to tell me I'm not loading this truck right, I swear to Jesus, he's gonna have it coming to Jesus, not me. Am I supposed to go this way or wait till he comes back? I am going as fast as this thing will go without breaking anything. Yell at me at this radio one more time. One more time! There needs to be a support group for grain buggy and grain cart drivers. We need a support group. For real? Could he put any more corn on this freaking buggy? And oh wow, those windows are dirty. Oh, it's gonna be a beautiful sunset, and my camera is at the house. Look at all the paintballs. There's so many on the ground.
Oh man, look at that sunset tonight. Boy, she's beautiful. What a fitting way to end harvest. Officially this time. Alright guys, here it is. This is officially the last pass of harvest. For real this time. And unloading for the last time this year. Well, that's all, guys. I'd say that was enough corn to make it worth coming out here and getting. Might be able to get the wife something nice for Christmas now. Well, that is officially this time, for real, a wrap on harvest. Hope y'all enjoyed all the harvest videos that we brought you this year. We're not done making videos, but definitely going to take a little break and probably cut down on the frequency, considering most stuff we do during the winter. Not going to be all that interesting on the video, but still, we'll do a few here and there to kind of show you what farmers do in the off season to get ready for next year. Normally we would go unload this tonight, but it's now 5 o'clock. It's the off season. I'm going home and I'm enjoying every bit of the off season that I can. Be sure to stay tuned tomorrow. Going to have a little bit different video coming for you tomorrow. A little bit different type of farming than what we're used to here. So maybe y'all will find it interesting. So anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video.